right?
We'll get into this now with Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. Kari, it's great to have you on the show.
I'm so happy to be here. Yes, the vice president was here saying that the states shouldn't get involved. It should be up to the federal government. And I guess that's true in a rainbow and lollipop world. But we're down here in Arizona living in the cartel world, where because of Joe Biden and frankly, because of a corrupt, stolen election, they put Joe Biden in the White House, and now we have a disaster at our border. President Trump had the border under control. It was the best I'd ever seen it in 27 years covering it as a journalist. And now that I'm a candidate, we have our Defend Arizona border policy, and we are going to defend this border and stop these cartels from being in control. I think Mike Pence, Vice President Pence, needs to maybe move to Arizona and live here for a month or two to really see what's happening on our border.
Yeah. Do you think, if Pence does decide to run in 2024, it's fair for him to run on President Trump's accomplishments at the border?
Well, I don't think he's got a snowball's chance in Phoenix to win because President Trump is most likely going to run. And I think there's a lot of people are really disappointed in Vice President Pence for his actions on January 6th. Unfortunately, this is a little bit too late for the federal government to come in here and try to tell us that we don't have anything to say with what's happening on our border. Our states have the right to protect the people. It's an inherent right in the U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 10. When the government fails us, we can step in and protect our people. And that's what we intend to do in the stopgap between now and until hopefully President Trump makes it back into the White House.
Kari, I want to turn to some big developments about our overworked border agents. A report is out that says that these officials, they just don't have low morale, they have no morale. And now to make matters worse, sources are telling Newsmax that administrative charges are expected against some of the CBP agents who were seen attempting to control Haitian migrants in the Del Rio River back in September. It is not clear if the charge is for allegedly whipping, like Biden had charged, but the source said that in part, but not all of the administrative charges will involve conduct unbecoming for their alleged use of harsh language against the migrants. Where does this leave our Border Patrol agents in this border crisis?
It is just atrocious the way they've been treated. They're being used by the federal government. I've been down there so many times to the border, of course, before I was running for office and now that I'm running for office. And they've been taxed to the point of, as you said, not just low morale, they've got no morale left. They're being forced to process people knowing that they're coming into our country to disappear, and they don't like what they're seeing. The last time I was down near Yuma, a Border Patrol agent pulled up next to me. It was his third van moving illegal immigrants into this country. He pulled up and rolled the window down and said, "Kari, I'm voting for you. You've got to stop what's happening here." He told me it was his 2,873rd illegal alien that he processed. And this was in only about a week into the month. And that was at one location along the border where there's a gap in the wall. It's outrageous what our federal government is doing to the people of Arizona and the hardworking men and women in Border Patrol as well.
Kari, I've got about 30 seconds, but I got to ask you before we let you go. I think President Biden would like most Americans to think that Arizona is a blue state. I know you're out there, you're talking to voters. I can't help but think when you look at President Biden's rating right now among Americans, when you look at how they feel about the direction of the country, most Americans are not happy with the direction it's going. You look at gas prices, I can only imagine what they are in Arizona right now. What are you hearing from voters? Do you think there's a lot of people out there that maybe voted for Biden that are now having buyer's remorse?
I think the vast majority of Arizonans, whether they're Democrats, independents, or Republicans, not just don't like Joe Biden, they despise him. He has tried to destroy this country. He's hurting Arizona. He seems to care more about countries all over the globe than he does about this beautiful country. And that's why movements like mine are growing, because people want to save each individual state. We can't count on the person who's sitting in the White House to protect us. We've got to do it ourselves. Somebody just sent me a picture from a small town in Arizona. Somebody took the side of a trailer, a massive trailer, and with an expletive, basically the "Let's Go Biden" Let's Go Brandon, rather, but the more, I guess, profane way, they painted the side of this trailer along the road in one of the small towns in Arizona. People are fed up and they're done with Joe Biden.
Well, I got to tell you, Kari, I know there's a lot of bad news that we're seeing across the country, but you know what's the good news today? It's Donald Trump's birthday, which I think should be its own holiday at this point, Kari. And I know you posted something really nice about President Trump, calling him the greatest president of our lifetime, adding that you are so proud to have his endorsement and thrilled to call him a friend. We have about 15 seconds. What's your message to the president?
Oh, happy birthday, President Trump. If you're watching, we love you here in Arizona, and we're going to take the policies that you brought to the United States, those America First policies, and we're going to bring them here to Arizona. And I'm just so honored to have his endorsement because he's done some great things for this country. And I know he's coming back, and I know he's going to come back and help put things back together in America for us.
Yeah, I only feel he gets younger, not older. Kari Lake, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks, Kari.
Thank you.